Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Cancer for February 2010. And this also applies if you have a Cancer ascendant. So for you Cancerians, boy, this month is about money and security. So many of you are concerned, deeply concerned about your security. You have that very protective nature, and many of you are worried. There's a deep-seated fear going on, particularly with Saturn transiting your fourth house. There's this feeling of constriction, feeling as though you need to be careful and you've got to watch out. Well, let me put this into perspective for you. We've got Mars retrograde in your second house. So you're putting a lot of energy into your finances. There's a lot of energy going in, but many of you are feeling like you're going round in circles. You're trying and you're doing different things, but nothing's somehow quite moving forward as smoothly as you'd like it to. So don't worry about it. This Mars in your second house, with it being retrograde, means that you have you're trying things, but it's not a time to actually do them. It's a time to plan them. So it's a good time for researching what you can do financially. Good time for thinking about possible options as to where you can put your money, your energy in financially. But it's not a time to be taking those actions yet. So if you're getting frustrated, you may just be taking too many actions and not be just sitting back and thinking about and making sure that you've got your strategy really in place before you try to move forward. Otherwise it will result in frustration. But the great thing with that transit is it's a great time for researching and studying and learning as much as you can about that, what it is that you want to do financially. So we've got Mercury in your seventh house for about the first 10 days of the month, and it's in Capricorn. So this is a good time for communicating anything in your one-to-one relationships, anything that you want to make physical. Maybe you want a commitment. Maybe it's a business partnership that needs a kind of a commitment or a strategy putting in place. This is a great time to do it while Mercury is in Capricorn in that seventh house. Now, for much of the month, we've got a lot of planets in your eighth house. So Cancers, this is really important that you look at the debt that you have, if you have debt, that you try not to take on any extra debt, that you check out all your finances, especially joint finances, but it's a real time to get things in order. It's not a detrimental time. This is a time to really shine the light on a lot of areas, particularly finances, that you might have kept hidden, that you haven't wanted to look at, that you've sort of put aside. You know, there's this tendency, right, I'll deal with that later. No, this month is the time to really start dealing with it and looking at those papers that you've put aside, that you've hidden, that you don't even know where they are, connected with your investments, your banking, your mortgage, your finance, your insurance, all those areas, joint finances. All of this needs to be taken a cold, hard look at. Shine the light on it and get it in order. With Mercury in Aquarius, you're going to come up with some good problem-solving ideas. So don't avoid it. I know Cancers, you like to avoid things. You go sideways. No, this is the month for facing it head on, and you will get some good positive results if you're willing to do that. Then, for about the second half of the month, we've got Sun, Venus, and a couple of other planets in your ninth house. This is a time for raising your consciousness, time for really thinking about that higher education, for tuning in with the world, with space, with other planets, for just raising yourself up. Instead of looking at the past, which is what Cancerians do so much, you know, I should have, I could have. No, it's a time to look forward to the future, to think about what it is that you want to learn about next and how you can bring that onto a more global and international level. So there you have it, Cancerians. It's a lot about money and security this month, but there's a lot you can do about it. Don't avoid it, don't hide. And as well, just finally, Jupiter conjunct Venus between the 16th and the 18th of February in your ninth house. This is a great time if you want to do any traveling. It's also a great time to meet a spiritual guru or a mentor or somebody who's going to be very supportive of your growth and your learning. And it could equally mean that you are supportive of somebody else's growth and learning, but then that brings you a lot of pleasure and joy. You may also meet a foreigner who offers you some kind of a business deal. So there you have it. This is my details, my website for those of you that would like a personal reading, because of course these are only general readings. I wish you a great month and I thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.